Hello everyone, welcome to Pilot Community, and in today's video we shall see how Canarsie approach is flown in John F. Kennedy Airfield. Before starting this video, I would like to put up a disclaimer that content of this video is only to be used for academic research and not in real world flying. So let's have a look at the Jeppesen approach chart, RNAV Zulu runway 13 left for this approach. So the first thing that we can see is that it's a LNAV approach and a non-CDFA approach. And I'll come to the point why I'm saying that it's a non-CDFA approach. Let's start by looking at the plan view of the approach, and we can see that the approach starts at point assault, where we have a speed limit of 210 knots, and if we have a look at the profile view, mandatory altitude at assault is 3000 feet. Beyond assault we can descend down to 2000 feet, which becomes our platform altitude, and after Canarsie, which is our final approach fix, it's a 3-degree descent. Now coming back to why it is not a CDFA approach, we can see that it's not a straight in approach, and we have multiple step down fixes like Lisa, Silji and RWY. And coming back again to the plan view, we can see that beyond Lisa the approach becomes visual, and Lisa being the visual guidance fix, and we have to basically follow the runway lead in lights from Lisa all the way till we land. From Lisa to Silji we follow the old Mill Creek runway lead in light, and beyond Silji we follow the Lefferts Boulevard lead in lights. Beyond Lisa, the pilot will be flying the aircraft visually by disconnecting the autopilot, and the pilot monitoring will be giving tracks. First track he will be giving is from Lisa to Silji, which is 074, and beyond Silji the track is 104. It is important to note that the pilot flying should not get fixated on flying these tracks, rather than he should focus on flying over these runway lead and lights. The pilot monitoring keeps doing the altitude checks at Lisa, Silji and RWY, and informs the pilot flying about the aircraft profile, whether the aircraft is high or low. A very important consideration in this approach is to configure the aircraft. When the approach starts at point assault and the aircraft starts descending from 3000 to 2000 feet, the aircraft has to descend and slow down at the same time. So it's a good idea to make use of open descent, but it's really a personal preference how the pilot flying chooses to fly the aircraft. So that was the theory part of it. Let's see how the approach is actually flown in a simulator. So here we have the computer simulation of this approach on Airbus A350 aircraft on Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are approximately 2 miles to assault, maintaining 3000 feet and speed of 210 knots as per the chart. After crossing assault, we shall start our descent to 2000 feet and slow the aircraft down to, let's say, 180 knots initially, and before Canarsie we'll try to slow it down to approach speed. VS minus 800, 2000 blue.
Two thousand five hundred.
Reducing speed to 180 knots. Speed selected 180. So this is what I was talking about in the approach briefing. Beyond assault, you can see that we are descending and slowing down at the same time. And here I have chosen to make use of vertical speed instead of open descent. And we shall see how we will not be able to get to approach speed at Canarsie. And it would have been a good choice to make use of open descent and manage the speed. Flaps 1. Speed check flaps 1.
2000.
Flaps 2. Speed check flaps 2. And we can start taking the gear down and slowing down to approach speed. flaps 3, speed check, flaps 3, speed managed, and 1 mile prior to the final approach fix, -3 FPA, and 0.3 miles prior to Canarsie will pull FPA. FPA -3. Now we are headed towards Lisa. I'll pause the simulator here and change the weather, basically change the time of the day so that the runway lead-in lights are clearly visible. So you can see that the runway lead-in lights are now visible, and I'll also reduce the display unit brightness so that we can have good view. So we'll try to follow these lead-in lights and fly the aircraft visually by disconnecting the autopilot. FD off, autopilot off, and we fly the aircraft visually over these runway lead-in lights.
(1,000 above).
Checked. Flying over the first runway lead-in lights.
Minimum.
Continue. We can see a stadium at our 11 o'clock, and we have to make sure that we don't fly over the stadium and follow the lead-in lights. This is the second lead-in light, and we also have the runway in sight. So we have 3 red, 1 white, so we have to adjust our profile. Please disregard the checklists. The idea of making this video was to understand how we carry out this approach, and many procedures might have been missed.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Auto brake off.
Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you like the video, please hit the like button and do subscribe to my channel.